All right, today we're going to be talking about percent change, our first day of it. And your job today is to figure out or set up and solve change problems. But first we need to determine, is it going to change our price? Because we are going to be doing some shopping. Is it going to change it by increasing my price or decreasing my price, making it go up or down? Because we're going to be doing some shopping in class over the next few days, and we need to make some good financial decisions. So those are the types of things we're looking for, and your job is to figure out how much out the door am I going to spend for a certain product. Okay, the final amount. That's what we're looking for today. So let's say, this first little example here, let's say you really, really want this awesome sweater. It's unbelievably cute and you just need it. You've got two stores, Sweater Depot, Sweaters R Us. They're selling that same sweater. This store is advertising a sale where you get $5 off of this awesome sweater. Okay, pretty clear. I'm just going to subtract $5. Okay, over here, Sweater Depot is a little bit more secretive. Look how they're going to advertise. They say you get 15% off of this sweater. Well, come on, Sweater Depot. How much money is that? Okay, they're making me do a little bit of work because I need to calculate how much money do I get to take off of this awesome sweater. Okay, so that's why it's really important that you understand how to do these types of things so you can make those good financial decisions. So let's talk about the two different types of percent change that you're going to see over the next few days. So the first type of percent change is the one that we don't usually like. That's going to be the percent increase. Okay, something that's going to make your price go up. The final amount is more than the original amount. So the original amount, remember, is what it starts as, the starting amount. So I want you to stop and think, what are some things that you might encounter when you're purchasing things or just in life that would make your price increase? So think about that for a second. So hopefully some good examples of this would be anytime that you leave a tip. So let's say you're out to eat, and you're going to leave the waitress or waiter a little bit extra if they are good. Okay, you should always leave that tip. It could be when you go to get your hair cut. You have a good haircut, you leave your stylist a tip, a little bit extra for their service. So that's going to make the original amount a little bit more. So if my haircut costs $60, if I leave them a tip, it doesn't really cost me $60. It might cost me $70, depending on how much you leave. Okay. Another example that everyone hates would be taxes. Okay, tax. Anytime you purchase something, let's say you see a pack of gum for $1.99, it's really not going to be $1.99. You have to pay a little bit extra because we live in America, right? You have to pay your taxes. So all the things that you buy are going to have a little bit of tax. So those are both things that are going to make your price go up. Let's talk about the good percent change when we have a decrease. We like that, okay? Something that's going to make our price go down. The final amount is less than the original amount or the starting amount. So stop and think about things that would make your price go down. Okay, anytime we see a discount, a discounted item or a discount aisle, those are going to be less than the original amount. Same thing with a sale. If it talks about sale price, that's going to make your price decrease or go down. So here's what we're going to do. These are all the steps. Put a little star, smiley face by this. This is what we're going to do today. So any percents that I give you in the problem need to be changed to a unit rate. Remember, that means decimal. So if it's a 5% discount, you need to change that to what? 0.05. That's super important. Then we're going to determine, is it an increase in price or a decrease in price? You can go ahead and skip A for now. We'll come to that tomorrow. So let's talk about a formula. Anytime you have a tip or tax, an increase in price, this is the formula you're going to use. So you're going to take that original amount, original price, plus, because it's an increase, the percent of the original. Okay, remember what that word of means? Multiply. So the original plus the percent times the original is the final amount. And that's what we're calculating today. How much do I have to pay if I'm going to add a tip? Okay, so remember that percent needs to be written as a decimal, so make a note of that. All right, let's talk about this percent decrease. If it's a decrease, it's going to look very similar. We're going to take that original amount, but this time we're going to subtract the percent of the original. so times the original, is going to give us that final amount. Okay, I kind of skipped this, but remember is always means equals. Okay, very similar. The only difference between those two formulas is the plus and the minus. If it's an increase, it makes your price go up, so we add. If it's a decrease, it makes the price go down, so we're going to subtract. Okay, so again, you don't have to worry about 3 yet. We'll do that more tomorrow. Okay, so let's see some examples of this. There's lots of ways to set these up. For today, I'd like you to use that formula. So your job is to determine if each scenario represents an increase or a decrease. That's going to determine the formula you're going to have to use. So let's read this and just see what's going to happen. So stereo costs $345. Best Buy has a 15% discount on the stereo. How much do you have to pay? So think about if it's a 15, so think about like what the key word might be to tell you if it's an increase or decrease. That key word should be discount. Anytime you see the word discount, that should have bells that go off and say this is going to be a % decrease. And my suggestion to you, especially while we're just learning this, is write out that formula for yourself before you do anything else. So if it's a decrease, I'm going to do the original minus the % times the original. Oops, I spelled that. Original. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Equals the final amount. That's my formula. So I'm going to plug in the information into this decrease formula. So let's do that real quick. So I'm going to take, my original amount is here. This is how much it costs. $345 minus the percent as a decimal. So it's 15% as a decimal, 0.15, times that original amount again. I'm going to write that twice. And that should give us my final amount. Okay? So if I were you, I would pull up your calculator, and we're going to do what's that multiplication first. Remember, you got to follow that order of operations. So 5175 is what I get here. 5175. So think about what's the significance of that number? Okay? Did that first. 5175 is how much money I get to take off of that stereo because it's 15% off. So that's why I'm going to do the original amount minus that discount, and that's going to tell me how much this costs. So again, I'm going to pull up my calculator. I'm going to do 345 minus 5175. How much do I have to spend on this? So $293.25, and this is money. Okay? So $293.25 is how much this stereo is going to cost me after that discount. Okay, we're going to do one more together. So now I'm talking about a shirt. It's $74. Woodfield Mall has a sales tax of $10.25. That's a lot. How much do I have to pay for this shirt? So first thing you should always do is figure out, is this a percent increase or decrease? Sales tax is my key word, right? That's going to make my price go up. So this is an increase. I'm going to write my formula. So the original, it's an increase, so plus the percent times the original is going to equal that final amount. So I'm going to plug my information in. So I have 74 is how much it cost originally, so 74, plus the percent as a decimal. I'm going to move that 2 times. So 0.1025 times that original amount again equals how much I have to spend. So follow order of operations. So I'm going to pull up that calculator. So 0.1025 times 74. So this is money, remember? So I'm going to have to round. So 7.59, I'm going to say. I'm going to round up. So that means I have to add $7.59 to the cost of this shirt just because I'm shopping at Woodfield. It's crazy, right? So now I have to add these together. It's an increase. So 74 plus 7.59. I'm really spending $81.59 on this shirt. Okay? So even though the sticker says $74, out the door, I'm really spending $81.59. Okay? I'm going to have you guys try example 3. We'll do tons more practice, but this is really important if we're going to do some shopping in here. Alrighty?